Hey entrepreneurs, it's Sam Day here from DeyTips, and in this video I'm speaking about the Russel Brand scenario and how he's been demonetized from YouTube, and I want to kind of break it down from a business perspective. So essentially, let me kind of catch you up to speed just in case you don't know who Russel Brand is or what's been going on in the news. So essentially, Russel Brand is a huge celebrity, and I actually take my hat off to him in a way for diversifying. What he's done as a brand, I think, is really exceptional. Like a celebrity taking social media really seriously, starting his own channel, building up, another stream of income that is not heavily controlled by the mainstream media. But he's done all of that only to now be the subject of being demonetized. And I've seen a number of other big YouTube accounts being demonetized as well. And there are celebrities here in the UK in recent years as well who have been taken off of Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform, sometimes having their platform removed altogether because of things that are happening away from the platform, like allegations that haven't even necessarily been proven true yet. And sometimes it is something that someone has done on that platform, like they've said something that breaches the terms, it's offensive, or it breaches the guidelines of that particular social media platform, and as a result they are taken off. Now obviously this is something we have to be aware of because I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, I rely heavily on my socials as well to help me to make a career. And so do a lot of you who follow my content. You rely on your channels, your social media, and all of these things to help you to build your business. Now, one thing that I believe in heavily is diversification. And this is, again, something that Russel Brand has done really well. He didn't rely on his celebrity status, but he also diversified and had his channels, his online social channels. Now, him being that smart and that savvy as a business person, I would also assume that he's got some offline ways of making money as well, whether he's got some investments in property or in offline businesses or whatever it is he's doing. I'm almost certain that he's going to be okay and he's not going to be, obviously it's going to be a financial hit, but I'm almost certain he's not going to be homeless as a result of being demonetized. Now, this is something that I kind of want to speak about and emphasize as well for all of you entrepreneurs. The importance of diversification and not relying on these social platforms as well, because they seem to have a judge and jury of their own. I'm not siding with anyone. I'm not siding with YouTube or Russel Brand or mainstream media or whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is anyone can be demonetized or deplatformed, as they call it, at any moment. And it's important for you to know that and understand that. So what are some of the ways in which you can kind of like deplatform proof your business? So one of the things we could say is, don't be too controversial, don't put too much of your opinion out there, especially if it's not opinions that are held by the large majority right now, because that's a great way to get yourself cancelled and to potentially be demonetized. So we've seen, demonetization and deplatforming happening on a large scale to like these large celebrities, but we don't see it on a molecular level in terms of, someone who doesn't maybe have a huge awareness or following or celebrity status, but they still might use the internet and social media as a way to drive their business, as a way to bring income to them. And if they say or do something that these platforms deem to be wrong, then they could lose everything. So essentially, you want to think about ways in which you can diversify the platforms that you're creating content on. I'm creating a lot of content now on Instagram and on TikTok. Socials will be in the description down below. And also, this is one of the reasons why I decided to create a second YouTube channel as well. Again, link will be in the description, because I'm always trying to diversify the way in which I'm drawing awareness to what it is that I do. And for the most part, these social media platforms can at any moment just decide to take away your account, because we're building our platforms on rented land. And this is something that I've been speaking about so often. And when I was kind of more marketing focused on this channel, I put out so many videos on email marketing. And my channel is probably never going to get the millions and millions of views that other channels get that speak about how to make money instantly, because that's just, it's not realistic, number one. And I don't want to be giving unrealistic tips and strategies to you guys. I want to be giving sustainable tips that I use within my business and a lot of my clients use. But one of the key things is to build on your own land as well. And building your own website is part of that. Having your own email list is part of that, because Instagram can't take away the emails that you've generated doing email marketing. They can take away, however, your Instagram account. So I always recommend, when you go to my Instagram, for example, and you read some of my descriptions, my captions and whatever, I'm encouraging people who see my video to go to my website and download my free guide, because then they become my customer, they become my audience. And if Instagram decides to take away my account, I've always got my email list, and I can still contact the people who are my supporters, who, really mess with my content. So that's one thing that I would highly recommend that you do, is don't neglect having a list, because your social media can be here today and gone tomorrow, but your list is something that you can actually back up, you can store it. And obviously there's regulations about how you store people's data and information, which there should be, but essentially you have a lot more control about the destiny of your business and your finances. And obviously, even if you do have an internet business that's doing pretty well, whether you have an e-commerce store or whether you're just doing a lot of your marketing online, I would say make sure you have offline assets as quickly as you can. As soon as you start generating a good income online, then make sure you're starting to diversify, so that, if you are slapped with anything, your whole world doesn't come crumbling down. I think when things are going good, that is the best time to start thinking, okay, how can I diversify and put things in place so that if for whatever reason this stopped generating income, I actually have something else to fall back on. But personally, I feel like it's a little bit disappointing for someone's entire platform to be demonetized, or in some cases taken away, because of allegations. Now, if there were concrete evidence that there was something happening, criminally, and it was, really disgusting what that person did, then potentially there might be a case for demonetizing, or getting someone's channel banned or getting someone's socials taken away. But I do feel like it's a dangerous thing that platforms are doing, in the sense of almost playing judge and jury when the news come out. And the news isn't necessarily a media form that I trust anyway, but when the news come out with a new allegation, they're very quick sometimes to take someone down and not give that person a fair chance to actually say, do you know what, this is just allegations, this, and this. And I'm hoping that, as time develops and social media is with us for a longer period of time, that these platforms have a better way of regulating who should be on the platform, who should have a voice and who shouldn't. And that hopefully we get to a place on social media as well where we're actually able to just talk openly and freely. Because that's what we do in real life anyway. People have opinions, and we might not agree with all of their opinions, but does it mean we take their voices away, when actually online we can choose who we listen to and who we don't? We can block people, or we can mute people, or we can choose who we follow and choose who we don't. And platforms take that away from us to a certain extent, and I don't necessarily feel like that is healthy. Now, I kind of understand to a certain extent a platform like YouTube demonetizing certain types of content, because, for example, the Russel Brand case is going to be seen in a negative light for a period of time. It could be months, it could be years, and there are brands paying for advertisements, and they might not necessarily want their brand being played before Russel Brand content right now, whilst it's in a lot of controversy. So I can understand YouTube wanting to take a step back and saying, look, we're going to demonetize this because it's not financially beneficial for us right now. And that's something we have to be aware of as well, as people who are creating content on platforms. Have your own products, because if you are demonetized from any of these platforms and that's your only way of making it an income, then you're going to lose. Like, I've never relied on my YouTube AdSense earnings. It's been up, it's been down, and that goes for me and some of my other creator friends as well, who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I always say, don't rely on that source of income, because again, it's fleeting, and YouTube can take that away at any point, or how much you're earning from that can differ. So it's always great to essentially diversify, and that's the main theme of today's video. I hope you gain value from it. If you have any opinions on the Russel Brand case, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. But I hope this video was interesting to you and made you start thinking about diversification strategies. But until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.